Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crate Expectations. I'm here with my co-host, Sleepy Sarah. How are you today, Sarah?
I'm good. I'm tired, as you said. How are you?
Oh, I didn't know you were tired. I just thought you were sleepy.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Sure.
I disagree.
That's fine. You can disagree.
I can, I find. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, we've got stuff to talk about, I think. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back to me not being on a business trip.
Right. So you're recording.
Yeah, which, much to me people's chagrin, I'm sure. Everyone liked yours, I think, better.
No. No. I don't know how to make it change. Um there's no news because we're recording early again. But
Yeah, that's okay. It'll be good though. There's a lightning storm going on where I'm at.
so you might lose power. Okay. So we might
But
only get one half of this done.
as long as it's for my channel, we're good. I'm kidding,
Oh,
actually. But speaking of which, guys, if you're new to this, we do this weekly show. We do half on my channel, then the other half is on Sarah's channel. So in the video description, you can go check that out if you so desire. And if for some reason I've left the link in from last week or something, just be a mature adult and go find uh, go find her actual latest video. But
uh,
yeah, there's actually a lot. I feel like there's just a ton to talk about in general. Like
there
we have
is. Like there's no news, but there's still so much going on because of
yeah
last week's stuff. So, yeah.
yeah we unlocked Malgus. We could talk about him a little bit.
Malgus is ready to go. Um,
What else?
yeah. We've got our lovely triggering photo,
Yeah, we
which
need to
is
actually add that to the itinerary, don't we?
yeah, remind me to do that.
I will. Very
Um,
well.
we may or may not get around to speed GAC. We'll see how much time we have.
Yeah, we'll
And
see.
and then there are a couple of viewer questions that are kind of sort of related, actually. So I thought that they paired really nicely together. And then we're going to do a tune review on Mob Enforcer, which is going to be hilarious, I think, because neither of us even knows what Mob Enforcer does.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I have no idea.
yeah.
So,
And then we've got the usual roster roast at the end.
oh, good. I hope it's a good roster, like a bad roster. I mean,
A good bad roster. Okay, got it. Got it.
I find that like my patience with these things like
Mhm.
recharges every week. By the end, like it takes me like however long it takes for us to do the roster roast. I'm like, I never want to see another one of these again, and I genuinely feel like that.
Mhm.
And then it resets over the course of 1 week,
And you're
and
ready to go.
I'm like, yeah, ready to be a jerk, just like Sarah. Every day is.
Yep. 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 On that note, you want to talk about the news? The no news?
If we have to, yeah. So hold on. So yesterday, for us? I don't know. Was it? It was yesterday that we unlocked Malgus.
Yeah, Monday. Conquest ended on Monday.
Yeah. So Malgus is unlocked on all three accounts that we play.
Yes. That we play. Yeah, Malchus is unlocked and relicked on all of them.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? You excited?
I'm excited. I put so I gave him two Omicrons
Which ones?
already. I gave him the leadership and the special.
Yep. Okay.
Um because a video told me to do that.
Oh, what video was that?
So I did those two. I wasn't gonna give him the second one actually originally. I was gonna wait and see. And then I was like, you know what? I might as well just do this. So
So how many did you put on Star Killer? Remind me.
I don't even know. Actually, I could check. Oh, he has two.
Okay, you did the unique and the AOE.
I did the unique and his force repulse, the AoE, the dispelling buffs one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Those two.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, you still have the half tire. It's not the entire tire yet.
Yeah. We'll see how many more
Okay.
Omicrons I get in the meantime. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like whenever I get a new character, I just level him up. I give him some mods, give him the abilities that I think he's gonna need,
Hmm.
and then I just make him somebody else's problem for the week.
And what do you mean by that, Sarah?
Well,
I know what you mean, but I'm
I'm
being
just gonna,
facetious here.
I'm just gonna stick him on defense and see what happens.
I think that, I mean, that's been my philosophy for a long time.
Like,
The first week, you're going to get holds against the most stupid. You're going to be like, you tried Geos on this? Are you kidding me?
right.
You know?
So I don't know. I'm hoping it works. We'll see.
What do you know what team? Do you have any thoughts on what team you're going to put down?
So we're in threes right now, right? Yes.
No, we're in 5v5s.
I wish we were on 5v5.
Hmm.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do Malgus, Darth Revan, and Bastilla.
Oh, you're going to put Dark Basti in there.
I think so. I haven't fully decided.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to put her in there or if I want to put another tank.
Hmm. I think I'm going to put Sith Marauder. I'm going to try first.
Why Sith Marauder?
Well,
Just
first, I'm not.
cause.
I'm not really using him. Plus, Malgus is his own tank. Like he does fine with the tank, and then Talon gives Marauder some really nice boosts. Actually, like
Mhm.
you probably it's probably a little too late for you to do this. Well, it is because lock is passed. But I've actually modded my Marauder, my Marauder. Gosh, I want to make a play on words with mod Rodder. Mod, you just roll your eye. So disrespectful. Oh, freaking Canadians, man. But
So your oh my god, your Marauder.
yeah, my Marmotter
Mhm.
is cracking myself up. Okay, let me get back here. So he's modded for health,
Mhm.
which means he is like there's certain builds that are really like I don't think that troopers are going to be a counter to Malgus really, but for instance, troopers really struggle against a really healthy Marauder with Talon there because Talon gives the plus 30% extra health,
Yeah.
and so he, and then because troopers gain so many buffs over the course of their time, like because there's every single stack on each of them, like every time one of them takes a turn, if it's a 5-man team, it's 5 stacks, and every time someone takes a turn, and so that gives him what 10% extra defense every single buff.
Mhm.
So it's 50% extra defense every time someone takes a turn, and it makes it so that even if they get a ton of offense together, like it's just they can't kill him. His defense is too high, and combined with his really high health, and so I think he might really go complementary well with Malgus. I
Mhm.
don't know for sure, but that's my first avenue of approach. We'll reevaluate after this, the first couple matches.
Yeah. I feel like the first week is just going to be a bunch of trial and error.
Yeah, I would just so if you I don't know how much good you get out of your Darth Revan and Basti
Mhm.
and Malik.
Mhm.
I personally really like Darth Revan on offense if you can do it. Like
Mhm.
my alt always does this, and Darth Revan and Basti work so well together, and they can sometimes regenerate enough hit points, or they can control enough that they'll just get like max banners,
Right.
just as a duo, and then Malik can just solo a team a lot of times, and so they're one of the most versatile squads out there. Plus, if you put the trio together, they can also sometimes at least kill half of a Starkiller squad, which I know that that's actually somewhat
Mm.
relevant for your preferences as well right
Mhm.
now.
Mhm. That's a good point, actually. So we'll see. I haven't actually. I mean, my defense is just from whatever was set for last week, so I haven't tweaked it yet. Um, but we'll see what happens. I did look though, and I thought this was interesting.
Hmm.
Um, So according to .gg today, I looked at it today for the player data. There are 2,874 Malguses unlocked in game.
2,800.
Yeah. Um,
Nice.
which I thought was interesting because there's like 8,000 players in Kyber 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think there's 10,000, isn't there?
I have no idea. Every time I've been near the bottom, I've been like rank 8,000 and something. So I don't know how many people are ranked near with me, but I just thought it was interesting. And they're gonna be scattered throughout, like that 2,800 unlocks are not all in Kyber 1.
Let's see.
Like I know somebody who unlocked him that's in Kyber 5.
Okay.
So they're scattered all throughout, basically, is my point.
Sure. So yeah, you unlocked 0.01% of all the Malguses. Oh no, I guess not. I was thinking you unlocked 3 of them. You unlocked 2 because you did it
Unlocked
on
2.
your account of mine. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of mine as well, but I bludgeoned my way to mine. I earned that
Yeah.
myself, my own damn self.
You did it yourself. um yeah, so it's, I don't know, I just feel like that's an interesting thing. And then obviously we'll know after, well, we'll know a little bit after this week of whether that will matter, whether he actually is going to change things for people in Grand Arena. So, and then obviously 5v5 is going to be a different story.
Right.
And like the 5v5 season that we have will be even crazier because he'll have a Datacron.
Yeah, that was so okay. This is actually something that we could talk about a little bit. So, I mean, and I kind of predicted it anyways because I predict. Here's the thing: if you predict all the things, then eventually, like some of it gets right. Some of
Yeah,
it's
broken
right.
clock is right twice a day.
Right. Well, thank you for that. Sorry, I didn't realize you were including yourself in this conversation as too. So,
Go on. What were you saying?
oh, before you so rudely interrupted me, you gave me your awesome analogy there about yourself. Um, so they're going to all right, since the beginning of time it feels like they've always made a way to push the new cool characters that have been
Mm-hmm.
released. So
Mm-hmm.
for instance, the galactic challenges have been a really frustrating blend of just normal every other week interspersed with Inquisition.
Yeah,
And it's like, if you don't have Inquisition, then go F yourself.
basically.
Like you can kind of get some, like sometimes you can't even get gold crate. Like if you're using my roster, like you run my account, and I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that. And sometimes I see it's like a silver box crate, and I'm like, that's good enough. Like I'm not going to put a ton into the Inquisitors, and I really appreciate that because you at the end of the day, galactic challenges are your Omicron farm. So as long as you can
Yeah.
get the 2, then that's important. I guess the thing though is, so that there's that way that they do it. Like they made a new assault battle for the Inquisition, all this stuff. The other piece of it though is they made a Datacron set for the Inquisition
Yep.
that makes them pretty dang strong right now.
Okay.
Like it makes it like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna use to beat that. Like that's going to be a challenge. But once the Datacron's gone, it's gonna be like, I know what I'm gonna use to beat that. I have lots of things that can beat that because they don't have
Right.
their cool stun cron anymore. They don't have the bonus turns every turn every time someone's stunned. Like they don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So Inquisition is gonna go back into mediocrity in a couple months, and it's gonna or they're gonna fully assume they're gonna assume their full mantle of mediocrity, more like. But so Malgus though is getting his
His Datacron.
Datacron, and you have to assume that once Jabba is out,
Mm-hmm.
he'll probably get his own Datacron set with all of his friends, and maybe Profundity, like maybe the Admiral Radis will get his own. I don't really know, but
That's a good
you know.
point.
I mean, I would hate. Obviously, we don't. That's the worst word in the world to get datacrons for ships. But um, so we're not going to talk about Profundity getting one, but Admiral Radis might get one. I
Yeah.
was just thinking, what are your thoughts on that? Do you want datacrons that? Because we're going to start GAC with
Hmm.
an like in a way, it's like an unhealthy picture and expectation of what Malgus can do. Because we're going to go in and we're going to be like, dude, he kills all the things. He has his
Hmm.
own datacron, and in reality, he'll be awesome for 3 months, and then he'll go back to like his natural state.
Hmm.
Is that good?
Um,
I'm
well,
sorry I talked forever there. Please.
no, it's actually funny that you brought that up because I had a very similar conversation with Pico Burrito, and he was saying pretty much the same thing: is that we're going to unlock Malgus, and we basically will not know what he's capable of for 3 months, and theoretically, like it could
Hmm.
even be longer. I mean, we might not even actually know his true like reality because once his datacron is gone, there's still like there will inevitably be dark side sets that he could still utilize.
Hmm.
Like he could still get the level 3 bonus for a dark side team. Um, so you could theoretically just keep putting datacrons on him if you wanted to. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn about this because part of me is like, okay, well, it's probably like CG's way of rewarding the players for getting the newest, shiniest toy. You also get the additional toy that goes with it. Like,
The toy makes your new toy overpowered for three
yeah.
months.
Yeah. So it's like like I could see that being their logic.
Hmm.
But at the same time, kind of like could be bad because if things aren't working properly, how are you supposed to know that they're not working properly? Like, I don't know. I feel like it would make more sense if we just had one season of no Datacron on the new thing. That way you could properly assess it. And then if you want to throw a Datacron out there after the fact, you could.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, so okay, so it's an interesting thing. Right now, we're gonna actually have 2 weeks where we don't have a datacron for him.
Right. I mean, you could put a dark side Datacron on him from set
Sure.
one.
Well, you could put a light side one on too, and he just doesn't get any of the abilities too.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you're right. Like we'll never live in a datacron free
Right.
world now. So I mean, in a lot of ways, like yeah, we won't know exactly what he does, but like we'll have an okay like, but I mean, at the same time, it's 3v3, so who knows? Like 3v3 doesn't touch on much of the world. Like I was actually fairly excited. You can tell me if I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts were on it when we got a 3v3 Galactic Challenge a while ago. Like it was like at the start of the last 3v3 season, so it was like a couple months ago. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah, and I thought we were gonna get more of those because I if here's my thought. Okay, so you're grimacing like you hate 3v3, like I know you do. But
Hmm.
here's the thing. Okay, because I prefer 5v5 as well. I mean, my results clearly show they demonstrate that 5v5 is more my jam, at least at this stage in my gaming career or Swaga career. But it okay, so 3v3 3v3 is it in the game really other than GAC?
Right.
I think it would feel a lot different potentially if they put a similar level of emphasis on 3v3 and other game modes.
Sure, because then you're using that game mode or that squad makeup more often. Whereas right
Hmm.
now, I'm like every other month I have to switch my brain to 3v3 mode, which does not switch over. And I'm like every other month, I'm like, I guess I'll just go flail around here for 3 weeks and see what happens.
Hmm.
Like, so if you had other game modes that had 3v3, it would probably be a bit more of an easier transition for it for Grand Arena and maybe make it less flail like.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
still don't I still
ships
don't
are
like it.
3v3. Ships are 3v3.
Yeah,
Kind of.
but
They actually
kind
kind of
of.
4v4 a little bit.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it. Ships are also built differently, though.
Oh, I know I'm being facetious there for
Like,
sure. I'm absolutely being fascist, but
like the squad makeup is not built for 3v3. Even the squads that are meant to be smaller just don't. Like, nobody uses
man,
them really.
can I just say how irritated I am that the one 3v so I do view 3v3 a little more sympathetically just in terms of like my results haven't been amazing lately, but I do view it more sympathetically just because I like coming up with new teams and figuring out the interactions and like I like the problem solving aspect of it a lot, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and wouldn't want it to be like it's fun to be able to do that though and figure it out. So the one time like they have one Omicron that works in 3v3 only,
Yeah.
and it's Tuskens, and it's not working. Have you seen that? There's a bug.
Yeah. Like, what did they do that it's not working? Because it was working before.
I always wonder that. I'm like
Like,
how what part of the game did you touch that it
yeah.
just
Because, like, as far as I know, there was nothing updated to Tuskens. So
so this is where you
how
get
how did you break part of their kit?
so this is where you get like the spaghetti code stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard like the example of like men are like waffles and women are like spaghetti when they
I've
discuss
never
things?
heard this. I've never heard this.
I just recently heard this. I thought it was really good though. So like men are like they go into one compartment and then they're
Mhm.
just there. They're just there and like nothing else. It's all segmented. Nothing's touching the other. Like you go in, you can focus on one thing. And for females, it's like everything touches everything and everyone so it's spaghetti, it's like spaghetti, like all, you get one strand of spaghetti and it touches all the other strands, and so you're talking about it and you're like, okay, I'm going to explain this and then this and this, like this is all connected, and that
This is so true.
yeah. I well, I loved it. I was like, oh, that is so cool. But like the spaghetti code, it makes me think of the spaghetti code where everything touches everything. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna fix an assault battle for Inquisition.
Mhm.
Damn it all, we broke the 3v3 Omicron for Tuskens.
Yeah, like,
you know? Like they're all touching each other though.
well, did you hear about why like the C event was broken? You heard about this where people were just losing their tickets, it was crashing?
Oh, I heard something about it. I haven't paid much attention. You can
So
fill
in
me in.
tiers, I think it's 4 to 6, the ones that cost 70 tickets,
Oh, like the final
the
push
final push.
for the ultimate. Okay.
um there is a model of Ben Solo in there that they had, like, somebody had tweaked it in the code, and it's what caused the crash to happen. So they went in and tweaked the Ben Solo model, and then that caused the event to crash and the tickets to crash.
The Ben Solo model. What are they
Mhm.
doing with Ben Solo?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, the yeah. So the I guess I could understand that though. Like that at least touches it.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing with Tuskens to break that? And the problem is like the problem I see. I'm like they don't care about three. There's not the support in CG. Like they just don't have the attention span. Like they're like they're in their waffle. They're focused on their one thing,
Right.
and they don't care about the 3v3 Omicron that they built specifically just to make Tuskens a little more fun. Like I don't know. Some people think it's dumb. I think it's a cool Omicron. Like I don't even have it. I just think it's cool because if you want, they enabled people who want to play these off the wall teams
Mm-hmm.
to actually have some relevance. Like it's cool. Like and they actually do some work.
Do you think that we would get another 3v3 specific Omicron?
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I think we will eventually. Sure. Do you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what team you would put a 3v3 specific Omicron on.
Omicron.
Omicron.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
Night Sisters could do it because they're pretty segmented. Um, yeah. So anything else about current events? I kind of want to do the trigger photo before we go over to your channel.
Yeah, let's do the trigger photo. I have nothing else to add
Very well then.
that I know of at least.
Whoa, we're in the game. Okay, so I just have the slideshow here, so we're gonna
Mhm.
just review all the old triggers. Just continue on. So, guys, if you have a trigger photo that
Mhm.
triggers someone else that you send, you're like, hey, Guild, just to make you hate life just a little more, give you gray hairs. This is the picture that, like, so for instance, we have this awesome picture for Sarah. The
Mhm.
first one is BB-8 at level 1 gear 1, and we all know how much Sarah loves BB-8.
I do
This is
love BB-8.
this is BB1 and
BB none.
BB none. Oh, that makes me sad. But so that triggers Sarah, and it's great. It's great even. So if you want to do that, there's a link in the video description to the Discord server where for the Gambit Discord server, that's my Discord server, and there's a channel toward the bottom that is for Create Expectations, and just post your trigger photo there, and it may show up on the show. You might be
Hmm.
famous. We'll have to see. So, and I don't have the names of all these people written down except for the last one. I will give, I give credit to people during that week. So, next we have Jedi Knight Guardian, Elf Jedi at Relic 9, which is really fun considering there's 1,000 better ideas than her. But I mean, it's Lord of the Rings, kind of. It's fine.
Sort of.
Oh, and then finally, you and I struggled so hard on the alt, or on my alt and on your main to get the Commander Luke,
Hmm.
Kron, Data Kron, level 9, and Rokarin,
Hmm.
Mazel. He didn't even have to re-roll it. He just got this the first time, and it's a trigger for the hosts.
So, and like I should say, by the way, so we rolled my Datacron like however many times. I just kept getting
Mm-hmm.
Wedge or Mon Mothma. I
Yep.
built a second level 9 Rebel Datacron that I did get to roll CLS, and I've re-rolled the CLS ability 3 times already, and I still cannot get that ability.
Oh no.
It's just not gonna happen.
Oh, so you didn't even get this. So you have a Commander Luke one, but it's not for that specific the good ability.
It is not for the good ability. It
Oh
is.
my.
Let me double check it right now. It is the one that is the first time he goes below 100% health, he recovers 100% health and protection and gains turn meter, 100% turn meter.
Yeah, that one's BS. Okay.
Yeah, I
All right.
know. I wanted the other one.
My alt wants it too. My alt got a couple good ones this week though. Jedi Luke and Jedi Master Luke, both Jedi Lukes. Okay, so guys, head over to Sarah's channel. We're gonna do viewer questions. We're gonna do the rooster roast thing, the
A
thing with
thing.
the thing with the stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Go, if you haven't hit the sub button on this channel, please do so, the like button, all that stuff, and then go over to Sarah's channel, preload with the thumbs up button and sub if you haven't yet, and we'll get you more Crate Expectations. You will get your fix for the week.
Sweet.
It's pretty sweet.